Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Gamma reports disappointing first quarter 2015 sales, an Airbus A400M is lost on a test flight, CFM LEAP-1B engine begins flight testing. I'm Bree Cross, it is May 11th, 2015, and this is Airborne Unlimited. The General Aviation Manufacturers Association has published its first quarter 2015 aircraft shipment results, and to say the least, they are a stunning disappointment. The general aviation industry shipped 678 aircraft in the first 3 months of the year for a total value of $5.3 billion. Gamma President and CEO Pete Bunce said, quote, "The first quarter numbers show that while our industry has been gaining traction over the past few years, we face some renewed headwinds in several regions of the world, including Asia, parts of Europe, and Latin America," end quote. Bunce added, quote, "Our industry is focused on regaining momentum, but we need the U.S. Congress to be a strong partner and reauthorize the Export-Import Bank before the June 30th deadline. It is time to stop playing political games with industry jobs," end quote. Total airplane shipments declined from 520 during the first quarter of 2014 to 441 in the first quarter 2015. The airplane billings were down 12.6% from last year. Rotorcraft shipments declined by 18.3% from 2014, while billings were down 17.9%. The turbulent genesis of the Airbus A400M just got a lot more difficult. An A400M, due to be delivered to the Turkish Air Force within weeks, went down during a shakedown test flight with a crew of 6 aboard on Saturday. The accident occurred right after departure from Seville's San Pablo Airport. Early reports indicate that of the 6 people on board the aircraft, 2 survived and were reported in serious condition. Sources indicate that this was the first flight for the specific aircraft and that the crew reported problems shortly after takeoff. The cause of the accident is not known, but the UK has already grounded its 2 A400Ms. The German military has also grounded its single aircraft. The A400M program has been a difficult pursuit for Airbus. The project is drastically behind schedule and has encountered several severe budget overruns that led to the program being bailed out by the European governments about 5 years ago. After the break, Boeing 737 MAX engine enters flight testing.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
The KSN 770 is an affordable, WAS-enabled integrated MFD with a flexible hybrid user interface from Bendix King. Get your fingers on the 770's perfect blend of touchscreen and hard buttons. Easily control your GPS navigation, Navcom, weather, traffic, and terrain in any condition. For more information, go to bendixking.com.
AML's patent-pending wireless induction charging system eliminates confusion over those charging cables, cuts down cockpit cable clutter, and allows you and your passengers to fly cordless and eliminate the cable nightmare. www.aviationmodificationleaders.com.
Welcome back. If you have a story suggestion for Airborne Unlimited, Aero-TV, our website, or podcast, just email to news-spy@aero-news.net. Boeing and CFM International announced today that they have successfully initiated flight testing of the LEAP-1B engine on a modified 747 flying testbed at GE Aviation Flight Testing Operations. The testing is the next major milestone in a 2-year program that will culminate in engine certification in 2016 and delivery of the first Boeing 737 MAX in 2017. The engine performed well and completed multiple aeromechanical test points at various altitudes during the 5-hour, 30-minute first flight. The LEAP-1B engine is the exclusive power plant for the Boeing 737 MAX family and is part of the most extensive ground and flight test certification program in CFM's history. Over the next several weeks, a flight test program will encompass a comprehensive test schedule that will gauge engine operability, stall margin, performance, emissions, and acoustics. Boeing expects this engine to improve fuel efficiency on their most efficient 737 aircraft by 14%. Each week we share with you an online video that one of our viewers found especially entertaining, and we call it our Aero Video of the Week.
Heliport.
Final liftoff of Atlanta.
If you have ever imagined that you were in the cockpit of your RC model, then you need to know more about what is called first-person view, also referred to as FPV. This video allows you to climb aboard a quadcopter and see what it looks like. Search Introducing F1 FPV on YouTube. After these messages, FAA internal memo establishes UAV policy.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Now certified Aspen Avionics single-band ADS-B ATX100 and ATX100G transceivers are the next-gen ADS-B solution that provides the features pilots need while keeping flyaway costs low. Check it out now at aspenavionics.com.
Redbird is quickly becoming the industry standard for flight training. Since Redbird introduced its revolutionary FMX in 2007, colleges, universities, and flight training operations around the world have integrated Redbird products into their curriculum. It's time to discover what Redbird can do for you. Join the migration.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Now it appears the FAA is regulating UAV operation by memo. A memo from the FAA Assistant Chief Counsel for Regulations said that news media may use UAVs for news gathering purposes only if the agency approves such flights. Mission Aviation Fellowship is providing helicopter services to hard-hit areas of Nepal. MAF is also assisting authorities and relief agencies at the Tribhuvan International Airport in Kathmandu with ramp management and planning, cargo handling, warehousing logistics, and coordination. The first privately owned commercial heliport in nearly 12 years has been opened near the Illinois Medical District at the edge of Chicago's downtown area. Vertiport Chicago will serve corporate travel needs, charter flight, sightseeing operations, and emergency response services. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's move on to the rest of the news. As the quest continues to place a practical combination car airplane into production, it's been reported that Aeromobile had a problem during a test flight this week. The much-reported Aeromobile flying car prototype went down during a test flight, and its ballistic parachute was used. According to the Aeromobile Facebook page, during one of the test flights, the inventor and test pilot, Stefan Klein, encountered an unexpected situation and activated the ballistic parachute system at an altitude of approximately 900 feet. It's reported that the recovery parachute system functioned well and landed the entire vehicle without injury to the pilot. The reports do not indicate what malfunction occurred or to what extent the vehicle was damaged in the parachute recovery. Suffice it to say, the use of parachute seems to indicate that something serious occurred, and we look forward to more information becoming available. Well, that's it for our program for today. Remember to get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is streamed daily, Monday through Friday, with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. Please join us and a growing roster of over 100 outstanding industry associations and organizations every weekday for the best in aviation and aerospace news. From the staff of the Aero-News Network, the aviation world's most comprehensive news and information resource.